How's it going, everybody? Hope we're all doing all alright today. Back again with a brand new video at long last. Today, back out on the Graham Road. So good to be back out rambling in this place because I love it. Yeah, we're gonna have talk about Bigfoot, obviously, of all things, because we love talking about that on this channel. We're going to be talking about the Bukit Timah of Singapore and the Yeren of China, which are Bigfoot type creatures of the Far East. So if you would like to learn more about those, we're going to go for a walk, have a little chat about them. So yeah, please stick around. So, been a nice few days around here really. I've been at work, and then I was off yesterday, and then Saturday onwards I'm in for 5 days, then I'm off for 1 day, and then I'm back in again. I'm going to be very busy, which obviously is awesome, but these last couple of days where I am in the UK, it's been super duper warm, man. It's been like summer. Been in the low 20s, so yeah, it's been fab as that. But today it's massively cooled down, so I'm wrapped up. So yeah, Bigfoots of the Far East, which we're going to have a little talk about today. Very interesting is this, because over on that side of the world they seem to take this phenomenon quite seriously. And the Bukit Timah monkey man from Singapore actually has a game reserve that it purportedly lives in, and it's protected now by the Indonesian government because it's classed as an endangered species. And it's the same with the Yeren up in China. I can't remember the name of the game reserve off the top of my head, but there is also a portion of land that has been put under protection from the Chinese government in an effort to protect these creatures. So, you know, it's interesting how different parts of the world have different cultural shifts in how they approach this topic. But the Bukit Timah monkey man, or the Ibu Gogo, which is its other name, it's an interesting one because there is actually an alleged photo of this creature, which I'll show you now. And it's an interesting picture, if you can make it out. There is obviously a circle around it to highlight the appropriate area. I'm not going to lie, to me, it looks a little bit like pareidolia, which is the human phenomenon which goes on in our brain, that basically we are hardwired, our brains are hardwired to see other faces, to recognise our own reflection. It's obviously some sort of defence mechanism that we evolved, you know, when we were still apes ourselves, to recognise members of our own clan. But because we've evolved to have no natural predators anymore, I guess that part of our brain has kind of got into overdrive, and we will see human faces in random things. And a very notable example of this is, hopefully I've got this right, Mum, the Holy Shroud of Jesus with the Holy Cloth. It's either one of them. And it's an alleged piece of clothing, a cloth, you know, that was put over his face after he was taken down off the cross, after he was crucified. And there is, you know, an impression within the face that does look very Jesus-like, but is it just our own, you know, brains making out a shape that we recognise, that we interpret as Jesus? Is it the same with the Bukit Timah Monkey Man photo? Are we just seeing something that kind of looks like a Bigfoot and we're just going to label it as that? Or is it the genuine article? Some deers that have just ran right past me. I'm going to try and track them. There they go. So there was yet another example of how a very highly intelligent and elusive humanoid, catching that on camera, high quality 4K camera, is the impossible task. Sure, there's a bird of prey squawking. Let's stop there. Yeah, there's only a couple of hundred Bigfoot running around here in the UK, but yet, you know, there's an estimated 2 million deer. Some sort of bird of prey, that. If you can hear it. I think it might be a buzzard. Very cool. Full of wildlife today. Yeah, 2 million deer in the UK, and they're, you know, very difficult to catch on camera because they don't keep still. So what are the bloody chances that you're going to catch, you know, another type of human that lives out here, super duper elusive and intelligent, and their life depends on avoiding us at all costs? What are the chances you're going to catch them on video? You're not. But anyway, back to today's topic. So the second most prominent wildman type creature in the Far East is the Yeren, which I have mentioned a few times on this channel. There isn't really much to say about this because the most decent evidence that there is of the existence of this creature are footcasts, which are, in my opinion, very good evidence anyway, because something has to have made a footcast, whether it is a hoax or it's an actual creature. Something has made that, and that is a fact, you can't dispute it. But when you look at the footcasts of the Yeren, they're pretty damn big. You know, like when you compare it to some Sasquatch tracks over in the States and Canada, these Yeren tracks are pretty damn big. So, you know, what are the possible candidates for an animal in China to make those footprints? Well, I'm not sure if the Tibetan blue bear, its range extends into China, because Tibet is right on the border of China. Your only other candidate after that are giant pandas, which of course they're pretty big animals, but you know, the difference between a bear print and a humanoid print, you know, it's noticeable. A bear print is very robust and round in shape, whereas obviously humanoid tracks are very cylindrical, you know, very horizontal, not horizontal, vertical. So, you know, that's really the only other creature that could have made these tracks. Either that, or, you know, we're going back to that argument again, that thousands upon thousands of footcasts from all around the world, you know, from America, Australia, here in the UK, Russia, Mongolia. Is it just some sort of man-made cultural phenomenon that's gone on for hundreds of years? You know, a group of men will meet up in the night, kind of like a Freemasons club, I guess, strap some giant feet to their shoes and just go around making tracks just to dupe people. That's the only other explanation you've got right there to explain the existence of these Yeren tracks. So I think I'm going to end it here for today. Not too much more else to say about the subject really. I did a live stream on my Facebook and it's just drained my phone battery, so I'm going to have to wrap this video up quickly. But yeah, currently having my din-dins at this place. Is actually the very first place I ever wild camped, and so it's like rotten stall flies going across the Grane Road over there into Blackburn. Let's start. Yeah, the name of this campsite is a very rude name, so I'm not going to say it, but it's a name that me and my friend Luke coined, because everything that could have gone wrong on that wild camp did go wrong. We literally had maybe an hour where it didn't rain in the night, but as soon as we got here it chucked it down. We set off across the moors to go do some metal detecting at some ruins we'd found, and it just the heavens opened. So we ran back. We fell into a bog on our way back. I got very grumpy and lost my temper. We rushed to get the fire going, so we used up all of our kindle. So I had to ask my dad, "Dad, can you come and rescue us? Not rescue us, but do you reckon you can come and bring us some more fire kindle and lighter fluid so we can keep warm?" But basically, this metal rack here, we used that, we stretched it out, and we used it as a clothesline to try and dry all of our clothes on the fire. And the day after, I remember waking up and my socks must have been soaked. I don't remember doing this, but I woke up with gloves on my feet, and they were like half covering my feet to keep them dry and warm. But because of the way that, again, this is like camping novice mistakes, you know, we picked a place for a pitch that's slightly sloped, so some rainwater must have gotten in the night, and my feet were literally an inch away from a big puddle of water. And I got up, and Lukey went far behind me. I just sat down and I said, "Dude, let's just go home." Fun times, man. You remember these things forever. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to end it now. Obviously, the Yeren and the Ibu Gogo, the Wildmans of the Far East. You know the drill, guys. I believe in anything anyway. But I just think this is another example of the evidence that there is that these wildman type creatures are all around the world, you know. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, as always, please leave a comment. If you would like to talk more about this subject, let me know what you think. Do you think they're real? Do you think they're not real? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm just chatting shit? You know, seem to be attracting a lot of very opinionated people on these videos at the moment, but you know, hey ho, what can you do? Yeah, like I say, I'm going to be quite busy working for the next week or so, so I'll be back with you as soon as I can. But until then, everybody take it easy, and I'll see you all further on down the road. Bye bye.